Next is the roll call. Please note, everybody, that there will be a roll call tonight. Alderman Simonetti
Present.
via Zoom. Alderman Porter McKinnon.
Here.
Alderman Lorenzo Durante.
Present.
Alderman Bernie Simon.
Present.
Alderman John Anglace, next to Bernie Simons.
He's present too.
Alderman Michael Duncan,
Present.
present via Zoom. Alderman Ben Perry,
Present.
Alderman Brian Lazat.
Present.
Okay, we do have a quorum and we'll proceed. The public portion, and of course, the rules of the public portion are 5 minutes, speaker limit to 5 minutes. State your name and address if you so choose to do that. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, you all. I'm so glad we have the roll call for a change. We're missing Mayor already though.
Name and address, please.
Oh, yes, Jerry Bloom, 24 Fairfield Avenue, Shelton, Connecticut.
Jerry, I want to note that you have a perfect attendance record at these meetings. To be noted. Thank you for coming to all our meetings.
Yes, I am a regular. Okay, so, public portion, as I did last month, please, a show of hands, all you aldermen up there who are in favor of national security and public safety.
National Security and Public Safety, right?
Okay. I see 2 hands, 3 hands, excellent, 4, 5. I think it's unanimous, very good.
Do you want to poll do you want to poll Alderman on Zoom? I'll give you
So I can't
that
hear, sir.
opportunity. This is a one-time opportunity.
Oh,
Need to give this challenge to
okay, so we
AI.
all on the record, so that's, I won't
I'll
touch
just
the
put
subject.
the square.
Once again, I'm here to address the lack of pavement on the road at Riverview Park. And I've been asking that they be paved now for going on 3 years. And I'm told it's going to remain on the road committee's agenda until it's done. Thank you, Eric. All right. As you are all aware, I hope, voting integrity is now a big issue in this country. In fact, I just pulled this off of the bulletin board out in the hallway, which reads, "A raindrop never thinks it's part of the flood. Register to vote." This is very good. Shall we turn it to the bulletin, the board after? Right, 19 states in the union, upon registering your motor vehicle or obtaining a driver's license, ask if you wish to register to vote. Needless to say, these are all blue state democratically run states. 15 of these states do not ask for voter ID. All you have to do is just say, do you wish to register to vote? Just check yes. No proof of voter ID. And as you may have observed in the ongoing controversy down in Washington, the Democrats seem to be opposed to the SAVE Act, which will require that all people who wish to vote must register and provide proof of US citizenship. And here's a kicker. Somalia of all countries just passed a voter ID law. How about that? I do hope that Mayor Loretti will follow up on the request I made last month that he contact the Department of Homeland Security and have our police department enroll under the Immigration Nationality Act of 1996, Section 287G. The Department of Homeland Security will pay pay the salaries of all the police officers who participate in it. This is a huge savings, not to mention how much safer Shelton will be made. West Virginia, just the state senate passed a bill 615, which mandates all law enforcement comply with immigration policies. Got to go to the House of Representatives. We'll see if it passes. This is a real urgent matter. As you can see, the turmoil that's going on in our country today. A small fraction of the population is opposed to mass deportation of illegal alien criminals for some reason. Well, the reason, of course, being they want to wait out until the next administration comes in, nationalize and grant citizenship to all of the illegal aliens, so they will vote for them. So again, Mayor Loretti, thanks for showing up. I do hope you contact Department of Homeland Security. They are very busy. So another phone call or email might do the trick.
5 minutes is up, if you can summarize, appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mayor, want to take over or you want me to do this? Yeah, put the ad on.
Yeah.
Lorenzo, Bernie,
Can we add something? Is this a special meeting?
no, this is not a special meeting because when we adopted.
You included this as a
We
regular.
included this because we knew the holiday was in.
Yeah, okay.
So move to add the following to the agenda. As item 8.5, over expenditure for bus and parts repair. So moved. Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed?
Aye.
We have someone on the line?
Anthony and Douglas.
Okay. Yeah, you know, Mike and Anthony, maybe you ought to tell Jerry Bloom, he ought to do his preaching to the US Congress instead of the Shelton Board of Aldermen. Those comments are better served down there, I think. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Never mind, I think I'll tell him myself. More fun that way. Okay, so this takes us,
Item number 1.
item number 1, the minutes for approval, Board of Aldermen, regular meeting, January 8th, 2026.
Move to waive the reading and approve the following meeting minutes. The Board of Aldermen regular meeting of January 8th, 2026. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made, seconded, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Let's see, item 5.1, Street, Finance Committee, 5.2, Public Health and Safety Committee, item 5.3, Street Committee, there are no items. I'll do my report during the items on the agenda. Alderman Anglais.
Yes, I have a report. I passed out a copy of it to everybody. This is a letter that I'm sending as part of my report to Governor Ned Lamont, Senate President Susan Weissowitz, Senate President Pro Temporary Martin Mooney, House Speaker Matthew Ritter, Senate Minority Leader Stephen Harding, Senator Jason Perot of 21st District, Minority Leader State Representative Vincent Candelaria, 86th District, State Representative Glenn McCoy, 122nd District, and State Representative Amy Romano, 113th District. Subject: our most vulnerable residents need immediate relief from skyrocketing electric bills. Dear legislators, as president of the Shelton Board of Aldermen, I must share some direct constituent feedback on the escalating and unsustainable cost of living crisis in our state, particularly the unaffordable electricity bills now jeopardizing our most vulnerable seniors. This issue has not been adequately addressed despite prior legislative efforts including the 2025 special session and related energy affordability measures. It demands immediate priority in the current 2026 session. Key examples from Shelton residents include a senior living in state-sponsored low-income housing, a modest three-room unit, facing a $700 electric bill last month, an amount completely unsustainable on a fixed low income. Other seniors in single-family homes throughout our municipality report bills exceeding $1,000 per month. These are not isolated cases. Connecticut's electricity rates remain among the highest in the nation, averaging around 31 cents per kilowatt hour as of early 2026, far above the national average. Despite bipartisan legislation in 2025, Senate Bill number 4, signed into law on July 1, 2025 as Public Act 25-173, aimed at improving affordability and providing some rate relief, the problem persists and has worsened with recent rate hikes. The affordability of electricity has not been adequately addressed, and immediate legislative action is needed. Governor Lamont's proposed $200 rebate to provide relief does little to help vulnerable seniors facing bankruptcy, utility shutoffs, or forced relocation. If this is not made a top priority in the current legislative session, the combined pressures of electricity costs and healthcare expenses will accelerate citizen exodus from Connecticut and further erode our business sector, undermining the state's economic future. We implore the majority party to act decisively. If comprehensive solutions cannot be advocated promptly, we urge you to allow the minority party a meaningful role in developing and debating reforms. Past approaches such as excluding minority input or relying on redistributive measures that raise public benefit charges on middle-income ratepayers to offset costs for others have proven ineffective and divisive. Connecticut's residents, especially our seniors, cannot wait any longer. Affordability must be addressed now. Sincerely, for the Board of Aldermen, John F. English, Jr., President, Board of Aldermen.
I make a motion to address the report of President John English in regards to skyrocketing electric bills in Connecticut.
Second. Okay, so what's the motion for?
The source it.
Oh, the report. Well, he said he's gonna send the report, so I think the better motion is to endorse the comments by the Board of Aldermen President.
And also endorse the comment by President John English and those that are attending.
Second. Yeah. All right, and John, I'm not gonna tell anybody, you're the biggest offender.
Oh, glad.
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna expose him publicly today, but.
Well,
I couldn't resist it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are any opposed? Motion carries.
what about the people online?
Aye.
What about the
They didn't fight.
think they agreed with us.
They didn't fight.
Yes. That was Duncan.
So, item number 6 is legislative hold. There are no items from public hearing. Item number 7, financial business hold. There are no items. Item number 8, financial business new. 8.1 is February statutory refunds.
Move that the report of tax collector relative to the refund of taxes for a total amount of $8,197.76 be approved, and that the finance director be directed to make payments in accordance with the certified list received from the tax collector with funds to come from statutory refunds account. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8.2 is the funding for structural firefighter gear and equipment.
Move to appropriate an amount of $250,000 for the purchase of structural firefighting gear and equipment for the fire department, with funding to come from Aldermen funding pursuant to section 7.16 of the city charter. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made in second. Discussion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, structural firefighting gear is now limited to a 10-year life. And that change was made by the state, and it's a valid reasoning for the change because of carcinogens have been found in the firefighting gear. So firefighting gear hand-me-downs are no longer permissible. And that applies a lot of pressure, because what we used to do is we used to take the older gear and give it to the newer people who don't get the same amount of exposure that our older firefighters got. But I suggest that they go out for bid now. And I think they've already gone out for bid, with solidifying those bids. And when the final figures are determined, come back and see us again no later than September of this year. So, but right now, we'll put $250,000 at their disposal.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.3 is funding for the Shelton High School marching band.
Move to appropriate an amount of $5,000 for the Shelton High School marching band, with funding to come from youth programs. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made in second. Discussion? This originated from a request that I got back in the fall from a high school student whose tuba broke, and tubas are very expensive. And he had asked if there was any financial help available to them, and I said, I think we probably can help a little bit. And, you know, I usually do this when these sporting groups and high school groups also make an effort to fundraise and to make contributions from other outside sources, which is the case here. So plenty of money in the,
Those again?
that's Anthony. He's talking to somebody in the background.
Never heard of you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 8.4 is the transfer of the Gamble property to the city of Shelton.
Move to approve acceptance of a quitclaim deed conveying 8.2 acres of open space dated May 11, 2023, from Sound Two Home Builders, LLC, to the city of Shelton, all as more particularly details in subdivision approval for application number 22-16. So moved.
Second with the, says 6.2, I believe, so.
6.2.
6.2 acres.
Yeah. I just wanted the record.
Yep.
Okay, are there any questions on this? This is a subdivision off along the Avenue that has been completed, and
No questions, but I do want to make a point here. We were questioned several months back by Tom Harvinson at one of our meetings, questioning why the recording of the deed was not filed with the city clerk, and considerable time had gone by. Well, it's obvious. We never got the deed. It was never handed over to us, so it couldn't be filed. And it was not received until now. And I can assure him that it will be filed with the city clerk in a reasonable time frame, according to council.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Wait a minute, let's approve. Okay. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. You want to make a comment?
I believe, Attorney Teodosio, Corporation Counsel, wanted to add something to that. And he's upstairs at executive session.
What do you want to add?
I'm not certain he just said if we could, postpone to the second.
We've already voted on it, it's approved, so, and then if it has to be modified, it's the first I'm hearing of it, so I don't
No,
know.
I believe that's fine. There may have been a second part to this that he had asked, he wanted to make some comments on. So,
Well, he can make his comments when he gets there.
oh,
Here he comes.
Okay, item number 8.5 is the over expenditure for the, school bus, repair parts.
Move to approve the over expenditure of bus parts repair. I think this is the wrong spot. Account number 001.200.812.81-0.09 through the end of fiscal year 2025-26. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded, discussion.
Yeah, we've done this before primarily with registrar of voters accounts. And, this being that the purchases that we made for the school buses, we did note that, we would be anticipating, we're eating up a lot of, repair account money because the buses are getting old, so it's going to happen. You can elaborate more than that.
Yeah, I could, but, despite the age of the buses, when you get into an accident, motor vehicle versus motor vehicle, that's got nothing to do with the age of the bus. That has a big impact on what you have to repair. I did speak with Frank the other day, and he was telling me that, one of the repairs, the accident, was an $18,000 fix in terms of the part. 18,000, and they were able to take the part off one of the used buses that we bought.
20.
Huh?
20.
Yeah, so I mean, we're rather than spend the 18,000, we didn't spend that to buy all those used buses, so it was 5,000 or 6,000, something like that. Anyways, this is a moving target, and like everything else in America today, the prices just keep jumping and jumping and jumping.
So we'll reconcile the comments again for the year.
Right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Fran, do you want to make a comment on the acceptance of the open space up on Hill Avenue?
I'll answer any questions the aldermen have. I understand you already voted. Thank you. But if any of you make reference to the minutes with regard to that property when the planning and zoning voted, there's also allusion to a roadway. The roadway is in form proper for our engineer, and the formality of acceptance needs to occur. In the old days, you guys would vote to accept a road. Now it's a deed that is presented to the board, so there will be a deed coming back at some point. Just
So no vote on the acceptance of the road, right?
correct.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
But there will be.
Okay, moving on. I think this takes us to, there's no items for item number 9. This takes us to executive session, item number 10. I'll entertain a motion to that effect and ask the corporation councils and the administrative assistants also be included.
So moved.
So,
And it's a very important.
What phrase we'll be back with.
I'm sure you got.
No, that's. That's something that is the.
What is your real estate?
Yeah.
We gotta be back on, next week. Okay. no, wait a minute. We didn't vote on that. Nice.
All those in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Are there any opposed? Yeah, you're all set.
Bye, Teresa.
Okay, and that is the purpose of the Dartmouth property again. Okay, well, Fran's getting set up, so let me just give you an overview of what we're asking for. There was